Hey, good morning everybody. Today we're going to be swapping the strut hats on the E46 M3 in order to gain some additional negative camber that's going to be required to fit what's in those boxes. They're not Aodhan wheels. They're actually additional arc-8s that are wider with a different offset. And we want to run as much meat on them as we can, so we're going to need as much camber, negative camber, as possible. To do that, we're going to swap the strut hats that sit on the top of the struts that is tucked inside that you can't see, but you could see from the top. We're going to swap them from left to right, and that's going to give us around an additional negative 2.5 degrees of camber. So I've already gone ahead and pulled out the suspension from this side. It really doesn't take very long at all. And I have sat it over here in this area. And we're going to get to it later. But you can see there's the strut hat held on by one nut. And fingers crossed, we can just loosen up the collar spring perch here, loosen the tension on the spring, disconnect the strut hat at the top with that bolt, swap them over, bolt it back up, set our ride height again, and reinstall. So let's go. So this just took a couple minutes here. You want to put a 17 mil socket on the back of your end link right there on the back side. That'll hold it in place and keep it from spinning. Hit it on the front with a 17, and then there is the bracket that holds the strut into the hole. There is an 18 mil on that side. Well, make sure you disconnect your lines from the strut before you do this, otherwise it's going to have some unnecessary stress as this all falls down. The other thing to do is I recommend getting a block of something. I'm just using a piece of wood in this case to catch the suspension or the your hub in your wheel rotor setup here from falling. So you don't want it to fall on anything that could get damaged. So I'm using a block of wood, and now you can see where it was sitting in that collar, the shiny area here. That's normal. There's a little pin on the back that aligns it into place. So at this point, all we're going to do is get to the 3 bolts on the top, and down it should drop. So I'm just going to take a Sharpie and mark under the bottom where we're at. So I'm going to mark this thread here, and I'm going to mark again over on this side, this thread, and I'll spin it around a little bit more and mark on this side. So we should have a pretty good indicator as to where we once were after we start taking this off. All right, there. Set our Sharpie aside, our mark aside, and grab our nice KW toolkit. So inside of our KW toolkit is going to be a KW spanner here, or perch wrench. You might have a small Allen key here that's going to be to loosen the bolts, the set screw. And then if you have adjustable KWs, you might have this adjustment knob. Mine are only KW V1, so no adjustment for me. But we will be using these to remove or loosen the spring perch. So we're going to repeat this a number of times until the spring is in a lower position. Repeat, repeat, repeat. And imagine eventually this will get loose enough that it can be done by hand. But the tool does work fairly well. You just need to make sure you got a good grip on the strut. Yeah, it's a lot looser now. So let's see, I might be able to do this by hand at this point, maybe even just by turning the spring like that. Yeah, look at that. Okay, so we're going to keep on lowering the spring collar, you can see that it is a bit shorter than where we were originally, which was where it was clear right there. So we've gone down a bit. We're going to just keep on going down until the hat at the top is fairly loose, so we have a little bit of play, and that should ensure that we won't have too much struggle when it comes to putting remounting the strut hat or having the spring blow off the strut hat when we take it off of the strut. All right, so now it's getting loose and we're starting to grind the dirt off of the collar itself. We can see some dirt fell off. That's just because the whole thing is spinning right now. So we should be good to go now to go ahead and release the strut hat from the top of our assembly. I'm going to take my towel. I folded it over a couple times. I'm going to find an area in the strut, or in the strut here, where I can put this down into it and get a good grip over it here. I want to clamp it down so that, you know, we need some pressure so that it doesn't spin when we hit the nut at the top of it. So I'm clamping it down. You know, fingers crossed this one goes as easy as the other one. There we go. Now, funny enough, I didn't bother removing or lowering the spring perch on this one. I just went ahead and decided to hit it, and off it came. So I am still going to lower the perch on this one after I make my mark, of course. We'll just swap the strut hats over, and we should go ahead and be able to reassemble. At this point, I'm going to back up the zoom a little bit, and I'm going to just see one nut on this side, this nut on this side. I'm going to go ahead and take the old perch out. I'm actually going to keep, I don't think these need to go together, so I'm going to keep this pad on this side. I'm going to keep the other pad on the other side. We're literally just going to be swapping over. We're literally just swapping over the top hats. So this one goes on this side now. This one goes on this side now, and we'll reassemble. So there we go. We'll line up where the spring had sat originally. There's definitely an indentation here, right, like this. And then we'll put our metal piece in the bottom there on. We'll put our nut back on the top. And there we go. We'll go ahead and clamp this down once more, like this. And we'll do opposite of uninstall. Actually, let me fold this over once more. Get a good grip on it this time. There we go. And we'll just hit it back on. Looks good. There we go. So yeah, we can go ahead and raise our spring perch back up to the right height on this one now, and we'll be ready to reinstall. Okay guys, I apologize. I was in a little bit of a rush, so I did a lot since that last recording. But let me show you what it looks like when it's done. So I did not tighten up the strut tower bar here yet. I'm going to go ahead and drive the car around the block once, bring it back in, and then we'll tighten these down. But ultimately what you want to achieve here is, if you see these arrows, see this one's got an R. I'm on the driver's side right now, of course. This R down here, let me zoom in a little bit more so you guys can see if it'll focus on that. There's an R with an arrow right there. So what we want is that arrow pointing towards the passenger side fender, and then it'll be the opposite on the passenger side. We've got the arrow that marks the orientation. Normally it would point straight forward, and this would be on the driver's side. We've rotated it so that this one points towards the driver's side headlight. So there we go. Now, I don't know if you guys can see this quite, I don't know if it picks up very well here, but the increase in camber is significant. All right, so let me see if I can't get more of a dialed in shot here. You can see that there's quite a bit more camber here. This is an ET9 Apex Arc 8. I'm sorry, ET9. 18 by 9 ET30 Apex Arc 8 with a 7mm spacer on there. So the other wheels in these boxes are 18 by 9.5 ET35s. Not bronze, I know, bummer, but they were cheap and they'll fit and they'll allow me to run a pretty fat tire. We're going to go for 275 squared all the way around with this. Hopefully, just swapping these hats here will provide us enough camber that we need to make it happen. So that's it for now. It's down on the ground. It really wasn't that bad of a job at all. Now that I do it once, I could probably knock out both sides in an hour or so. Maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more. We'll say give or take an hour. Not bad at all. So free camber mod. I don't know why this isn't done by everybody right out of the gate. This with even if you're not lowered any, that camber in the front is nice. So yeah, don't tell me about camber wearing out tires. It's primarily toe. Anyway, if you're a truck driver, definitely recommend doing this. Easy job. Okay guys, thanks for watching. Catch you later.